didn't fucking know about it. They just did it one night.
No, I don't need. I prefer not to use people's mic. I want to speak for myself here.
Hello, we got a speaker.
So,
I think it's gonna be pretty good.
Please. I come to you guys from an extremely fortunate position. I'm a student at NYU.
You're allowed to stay and listen.
Yeah. I'm a student at NYU, and luckily for myself, I have enough money to pay for what's left of my tuition. I'm going to walk out of here not with a lot of debt. Unfortunately for myself, my plan is to become an adjunct here. Adjuncts at NYU don't make much more than about $14,000 a year.
Really?
Really.
I didn't know that.
Specifically, in my case, I'll be making around $15,000 a year if I'm an adjunct here for 2 semesters. That's not enough to live in New York City. After paying, for me, about $40,000 a year to get a degree, I'll almost be able to qualify for food stamps at that point. NYU doesn't give a shit about the fact that they are not only hiring me fresh out of my undergrad career and not hiring new professors, but they don't give a shit that their undergraduates, after they leave, they can't find other jobs. My area of expertise, I'm graduating with a degree in physics. There's not much I can do besides teach physics, do research, or go to Wall Street. And I'll tell you what, I'm not going to go to fucking Wall Street. There's not a chance in hell I'm going to stand there. Yeah. There's not a chance in hell I'm going to stand there and take my fortunate position and make sure that I fuck as many people as possible. And just keep making more and more money and feeding into this constant feedback loop of capitalism. Because that's what it is. It's always in crisis. And that's how they manage to keep us thinking that there's some kind of fix to it. They say, oh, well, we'll get out of this recession soon enough. We'll get into some kind of boom period. And that's what happened in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. That's why so many people were able to go to university. That's why so many people thought that university was a great idea. And you know what? Education is a great idea.
Some of them went to get out of Vietnam.
Yeah. Some people went to get out of Vietnam. Actually, my dad joined the reserves to try and avoid the draft, and then got activated anyway. He couldn't avoid it. He was in extreme poverty, living in New York City in the 1960s and 70s. He was one of the lucky ones. He was one of the lucky ones that managed to find a house, find a job, and now we can sustain our family. Not everyone has that kind of privilege. And we have to make sure that we understand that not everybody has that kind of privilege. We can't sit here and say, hey, I have what's for me. Because you know what? If you don't care about other people, there's no way you can survive. We are a species. We are a community species. This individualist bullshit that says you can survive on your own. Well, guess what? If you only look out for yourself, it's not very likely that people are going to like you. If you want an excuse to be good to other people, well, maybe they won't fucking kill you. There's an idea.
You can kill them too.
Exactly.
Physically have.
Yeah. No, I'm working on a death threat. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
I love you, man. I love you. I love you, man.
But we have to realize that we can't only look out for ourselves. We're here as a community. NYU has to be part of that community. We have to use the resources that we have to reinvest in the place we live, and not to just pay off administrators to keep professors around as long as possible. Pay off bureaucrats that don't give a shit about our education. Buy more buildings so that they can get more students, so that they can pay for more buildings, so that they can get more students, so that they can pay for more buildings, so that they can get more fucking students.
How many do they fucking need?
Exactly. We're already, if I'm not mistaken, there's already around 40,000, almost 40,000 undergraduate students here. 50,000 to 55,000 if you include graduate students. How many people do you need to sustain this kind of university and this kind of education? Not that many. It's okay that we have plenty of students. It's not okay that we're completely and utterly fucking the entire society that we live in to get that many students.
Yeah, and if
There's
you look at the demographics, they don't represent the city.
No, absolutely not. They have NYU, at least for the past 50 years, has not represented the demographics of New York in any way.
No.
And at this rate, they never will, because they will continue as much as they can to appeal to the ruling class.
Yes, I mean,
They have to.
I gotta tell you, I've been.
There you go. Oh yeah. They bring in people from all around the world.
I go into the library every day working on my archive, and the only people of color you see in that library are employees.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, pretty much.
You won't. There's even a running joke. It's become a joke at NYU. I don't know if you've heard of the NYU reality show. It's a musical that they put on for incoming students.
Really?
There's a joke that they use, and they make this some kind of comedy element to say that there's not many black people at NYU. As if and you know what? Yeah, they can't come. They can't do it. No, they say it's funny to think, oh, it's a mostly white university. That's hilarious to them, because they don't have to think about the consequences of that. They don't have to think that it becomes an echo chamber for the ruling class, so that people can walk out of here, they can work on Wall Street, they can go become doctors at their private hospitals. Kill people that kill. They can do whatever they want, because they've been told they can do whatever they want, because they exist in an insular environment where they can do whatever they want. If you can come to NYU, you can afford to buy many people at least can afford to buy their way to the front of a medical line. That's why people come to the U.S. for medical treatment in the first place. It's because we have a system where you can buy your way to the front. When you're talking about nationalizing healthcare, they say, oh, you'll have to wait in line. You have to wait in line for a lot of fucking things. How amazing is that? You have to wait in line for the bathroom sometimes. But you know what?
Now you're not even allowed to use the bathroom sometimes.
Yeah, now you have to pay for the bathroom sometimes. Absolutely.
Like, go sit on the sidewalk. Okay.
I think I'm getting a little off track here.
Well, somewhere go get $3 an hour, we'll pick it up.
Yeah. I think I'm getting a little off track, and honestly, I was going to say more, but you guys have covered it wonderfully. So I'm just going to stop there, but thank you guys. Thank you. Don't litter. That's also a good idea.